I'd always been making music and playing music as a drummer, as a percussionist. And that was mostly due to my dad being a percussionist as well. And, everybody on my dad's side just being in music and being in something creative. While the same kind of criticisms could exist with drumming or things like that, because my dad was a drummer, for some reason it just felt like nothing else mattered. I really want people to think and actually observe their emotions and, try not to neglect their own selves and learn from themselves and grow from themselves. So originally when I started writing in the perspective of inanimate objects or just emotions. I didn't want to rely on the topic of love to kind of propel my career forward. I wanted to do something different. Using love as a motif would be fine as long as it's actually discussing something deeper rather than just a breakup. Most of the time spent on this project actually wasn't the music or even the art, really. Those actually came pretty quickly and pretty naturally. I mean, those were like the quickest parts of the whole process. More so, the idea, just in hindsight, reflecting on what the project was supposed to mean. I tend to just kind of make it and then understand it at a later point. But, generally I try and have a goal when I make things. So, I kind of had a vision, but that's what I invested most of my time into, really figuring out how to tie everything together as far as what we made, how to make everything make sense and congeal into one product that really delivers the message of optimism. Some of my biggest moments of life, especially from like being in my childhood, my childhood was pretty nomadic, and it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst either, because I found things to be grateful for. I find inspiration from everything: trees, flowers, girls, guys, everything. My own life experience is plentiful in inspiration. It's hard trying to balance work, life, love, everything. It's interesting. It's been a growing experience, because the more that I learn how to do that, the more I become confident in myself. And again, all these things just add up to making me a better person. So I'm not mad at it, but it's been a learning curve for sure.